Hi, seniors, this is Miss McGrath and welcome to my video recap. So I am recapping what we did yesterday on our first day, Tuesday, September 8th. So we were able to get through quite of my agenda for the first weeks. That is on Google Classroom if you need to go and review and look at that list. Remember, if you're having technology problems, if your Chromebook isn't working right and you need to exchange, call 614-365-8425, okay? You might be on hold. You might be asked to leave a message. So make sure that you're doing that. I have to do that as well for technology problems, but we want to make sure that we're communicating and following that process, okay? We always follow the Cornell Notes method, which is when I'm attending in class or live video sessions with Miss McGrath, I'm ready. I have paper, pencil, I'm listening, I'm reading texts that are shared up on the screen, I'm opening Google Docs as needed, I'm listening, I'm writing down questions that I have, I'm writing down any new learning, okay? Yesterday I reintroduced myself using the Japanese Pecha Kucha Google Slides, the art of concise presentations. You will be making something with yours and sharing your multiple intelligences. You're going to retake the multiple intelligence surveys. They're on Google Classroom on by Friday, excuse me. So you'll look for those. There are 8. I will be sending you a message and remind of what you scored last year, so you can kind of reflect to see if maybe you've changed a little over a year. Maybe you're, it's shifted a little bit and you're not in that intelligence area as much as you thought that you were. That's okay. So I just want you to reflect on your multiple intelligence area and review Howard Gardner's multiple intelligence education theory, because you'll have to put that on your Pecha Kucha Google slide presentation. The other thing is make sure that you're logging into Infinite Campus and marking yourself present. Teachers are still monitoring students who are on and participating. And then if we don't know where you are because you haven't informed us ahead of time, which is part of employability, so you're supposed to let me know if you know that you're going to be out beforehand. But if your parent or guardian, if we don't hear from them the third day that we're not seeing you participate, then we start making that contact. So just remember, third day of non-participation, then we have to make that parent contact. I am adding a couple things. One is a script to help you. I did share this in class last year before you did your interviews for your FCCLA project. But I'm going to share that on Google Classroom. I did also add the senior employment or internship plan. So I'm going to go over that document right now, and we're going to talk about how do I call and make a connection to get myself an internship or a teaching assistant position. So first of all, you want to have your phone number, have a piece of paper or notebook down, know the top 3 places that match the zip code that I taught you how to look up childcare centers. I would also Google or see if they have a website. Are there any other parent comments about the center to try to find out as much as you can, especially since you're probably not going to be allowed to do observations right now due to COVID. I can't change that. So just be aware of the neighborhood that the center is in and the families that you're going to be working with, okay? And can you work with that family? You can choose any religion or whatever community affiliation the center is connected to. I can't require that of you, but if you choose that is your choice. Your internship or your employment at a child care center is your choice, okay? So here's what you want to say. Hi, My name is Rebecca, and I'm calling today to see if you are hiring part-time teaching assistants, or if I could complete an internship for my college classes. And then you wait. Or you could start out, hi, my name's Rebecca, and I was wondering if I could speak to the director today. They might say, well, what is this in relation to? Well, I'm calling to see about part-time teaching assistant positions. And then you're going to want to wait. Now, it's good to practice this, maybe take a video of yourself, look in a mirror, and kind of practice what you're going to say. So you want to make sure that you're telling them that you are currently a student in the career program at Columbus Downtown High School for early childhood education, and you're hoping to find a center to support you in completing the CDA process. Okay, they know what the CDA is. CDA equals Step Up to Quality Stars. They want teaching assistants who are working towards that CDA. So you have to sell yourself. And you have to finish the CDA portfolio, you have to have children that you work with on a weekly basis. So some of you need to be there more days to get closer to that 480 hours than others. Again, if you have done hours with children since you've been enrolled in my class, try to make contact with those people and we can see if they have an ODJFS license, so that we can get you credit for those hours. Okay, so if the room and the children that you are working with, if there's ODJFS programming licenses involved, then those hours can count. So do your research, call people, and check. Okay, so you want to make sure when you're on your script, again, you're waiting, you're finding out, you're telling them that you're working on your CDA, you're earning college credit while you're in this high school class. There is a licensing policy that supports students who are in high school that are in a second year of their early childhood education program. So you've completed 1 year. You need to tell them that you have CPR and first aid if you do. If you're not sure, Miss Lowry and I can look it up. You need to tell them that you've completed the ODJFS Child Abuse Awareness and ODJFS Communicable Disease. These are things that you want to sell and advertise yourself for. Okay, so that's my suggestion of a script. I have this written down and I'm going to share that in the Google Classroom. Lastly, I want to, on video, share and go over the Senior Employment Internship Plan. Okay, now I'm not for sure how well you can see this in the video, but this is in your Google Classroom. Okay, it has the school heading up at the top, and it is titled Senior Employment Internship Plan. So you do not have to have a paid teaching assistant position, but if you can try to find one where you are getting paid for some of those hours, then why not? You know, in the past, I've had some students who they might only get paid from 4 to 6, but they still go to the center some days to help kids with to internship so they can earn internship hours. So there's different ways we can do it so that you're trying to get 20 hours per week at least to work towards that 480, depending on what you need. Every one of you is in a different position. Okay, so students who are on track for graduation are expected to attend ECE class at least one day. Tuesday or Wednesday is the preferred one-day track. That would be from 11:54 to 2 p.m. Therefore, each student has to put a plan in place that's approved by their teachers, the child care employer or director, and parent for employment internship during 6th through 8th periods. The ECE teacher will attempt to make internship site visits. I do communicate regularly by phone and email with the employer directors that is at your center. with COVID, I don't really know how many visits I'm going to actually be allowed to make. However, you're going to be sharing feedback with me. I'm going to be making contact with them, and they're going to be contacting me back. So we do communicate regularly. So we work on what is your schedule going to look like for Monday, Thursday, and Fridays. I have in the past had some ECE students who some weeks they need 2 days. They feel like they need 2 days. They're behind. So you have to attend my class on Tuesdays or Wednesdays because I present new information in review. I repeat myself on Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, so that's why one of your days has to be a Tuesday or Wednesday. Then you need to work out with your director. You know, it might not be every week, but some weeks you might need to be here on a Monday too. So you might be here Monday, Tuesday to get things done. Tuesday would be new information, or maybe you want to be here on Monday, Thursdays. Friday is not an option for your second day. Fridays are not a good day. There's usually a lot of stuff going on at your home schools and other things in your family. So I have learned in the past, Friday is not a good day. Usually students don't show up and there's not much that we can get done. So that would be, Fridays would be by appointment only, arranged with me. So you need to decide one day, Tuesday or Wednesday, that is your official ECE class. And if you need that optional extra day, which would have to be a Monday through Thursday. So I try to keep the Tuesday, Wednesday classes a little bit smaller when we're back live. Okay, so it's encouraged that you think of at least 3 places that you might like to work at or internship at. Okay. So I've already talked to you about how to look those up. The next part on this form is student will obtain permission to go to a nearby location and or travel to placement and or home during 6th through 8th periods on the days that they're not physically attending ECE classes. So you have to get signatures to verify this plan. Your internship, if you're missing ECE, 6th through 8th period, your internship placement has to be at least 2.5 hours. So we have to give you time to eat, lunch, and travel time. So sometimes students can't get to the place that they picked until maybe 1 p.m. So you would, if you're clocking in or signing in at 1 p.m., you have to go until 2:30 or 3 o'clock to get in that 2.5. So sometimes the center might say, you know, we don't need you until 2 o'clock. So you may have a longer lunch time, and then you're there from 2 to 6, which would be over that 2.5. So it just depends. We just have to make sure, I have to know, like, if you